So if you've been thinking of doing Ausbildung in Germany, or you've seen videos online making it look as if Ausbildung is an easy pathway to come into Germany, then this video is for you because I'm going to be sharing what Ausbildung is, and I'm also going to be sharing some hidden truths about Ausbildung that nobody tells you or nobody prepares you for. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a newbie, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. I'm so glad to have you back on my channel. Mwah, 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 mwah. So first off, I'm going to be explaining what Ausbildung is. So Ausbildung means training or education in German. It's a vocational school and not a university. Ausbildung combines theoretical learning at a vocational school, that's the Berufsschule in German, with practical training at a company. So before we get into the hidden truths about Ausbildung, let's quickly talk about the key characteristics of Ausbildung. The duration of Ausbildung is between 2 to 3.5 years, depending on the profession. The structure is typically 3 to 4 days at the company plus 1 to 2 days at the vocational school. So you're combining both working and learning at the same time. Another characteristic here is the compensation. You earn between 900 to 1,300 euros per month while training. You're going to receive a recognized vocational certificate upon completion, which is called the Berufsabschluss in German. 80% of apprentices receive job offers from their training company. Ausbildung is offered by various types of organizations. So you have private companies from small businesses to global corporations like Siemens, BMW, public sectors like hospitals, government offices, public utilities, and the likes. Trades, for example, you have electricians, plumbers, mechanics, craftsmen. Services, we have hotels, banks, insurance companies, IT firms. Those are the departments and sectors that offer Ausbildung. So now let's get into the hidden truth about Ausbildung that no one tells you. Number one, the salary is low, and this is official. In 2026, the legal minimum salary starts at about 724 euros per month in the first year of Ausbildung. You remember I said that it's between 2 and 3.5 years. Please note that this salary increases gradually. So you could have around 724 euros in the first year, 854 euros in the second year, and around 977 euros in the third year. So we can say the average across all industries is between 900 to 1,300 euros per month. So now let's be real here. In cities like Munich, Berlin, Frankfurt, Hamburg, this amount is not a lot. After paying for your rent, transport, insurance, food, you are left with little or nothing after paying for all your expenses. So you see some Ausbildung trainees, they're just trying to get by and they might not be saving too much. They're just trying to take it one day at a time. So if you're coming with the expectation to earn and save while doing Ausbildung, you need to reset that expectation. You're not coming to make money, you're coming to build a career. You're essentially working and learning at the same time. And what people don't tell you, people that are doing Ausbildung, what they don't tell you is that you are not treated like a student. You're expected to show up, perform, and contribute like a real employee from day one, starting from day one. That means full work days. Sometimes you may have shifts, and sometimes you might work on weekends. It depends on the industry you're in and the company you're working for. It's not necessarily academically difficult, but it can be physically and mentally draining. Another hidden truth about Ausbildung is that the German language will challenge you more than you expect, because in Ausbildung, everything is being taught in German, complete German, no English whatsoever. Not even ambition, not even a little bit of English. Everything is taught in German. So the official requirement for you to get started with Ausbildung is for you to have a B1 level in German. But most employers usually prefer a B2 or even higher than a B2. So just to tell you that everything is strictly German. So here's the reality. Workplace German is completely different from what you learn in class. It's faster, more technical. Most people come in thinking that their German is very strong and they're very good at speaking German, but struggle to keep up with real conversations at their workplaces. So this is one of the major reasons why people fail or just drop out, because they cannot cope. Another hidden truth is that it's not a guaranteed success pathway. Yes, Germany has a shortage of skilled workers. In fact, tens of thousands of Ausbildung positions remain unfilled every year. But that doesn't mean it's easy, or that doesn't mean that they're going to bypass a lot of requirements for you to get in. Employers still look for strong German, number one. They still look for reliability, your work ethic, and your cultural fit. So while the opportunities exist, while they are everywhere, expectations are at an all-time high. Another hidden truth is that you must get a job after Ausbildung, or things will just become very grey and uncertain to you. So I've had some lucky friends that just got retained in their Ausbildung workplace. So after completing Ausbildung, you can stay in Germany and look for a job. Many people succeed, and they're usually lucky enough to get some job offers immediately after the Ausbildung training course is over. If you don't secure employment almost immediately, your long-term plans can begin to dwindle and can begin to look very uncertain and grey for you. Another hidden truth is that you're expected to behave like a professional immediately. I mentioned that earlier, but I'll be expatiating a bit here. Ausbildung is part of a structured legal system in Germany, which means that you're going to have a formal contract, you're going to have responsibilities, and you are expected to perform. And in real life, when you're expected to perform, this means that you have to be very, very punctual, you have to be disciplined, and you have to take initiatives. You have to be self-managing because no one is going to hold your hands all through the process. Another hidden truth is that the lifestyle can be financially and mentally tough. The Ausbildung pay, like I mentioned earlier, is essentially a training allowance and not a salary. And this shows in your day-to-day activities, meaning that you may experience tight budgets because you already have a lot of expenses you need to cater for monthly. You may also experience shared accommodation, that's the WG. You may experience bureaucratic stress, cultural adjustment challenges. It can feel very overwhelming, especially at the beginning, since no one is going to handhold you through the process. And for many people, it may not be about the money, but it's just about the mental adjustments to the system. Another hidden truth is that it's not the soft life in Europe that you see online. So because a lot of people hype it online and they make it seem like it's very easy to get in, easy to get through, but trust me, it's not easy. Yes, Germany is actively bringing in foreign trainees, but the system is built for productivity and skill building and not comfort. So they're not expecting you to be comfortable in the process. They expect you to be very skilled and professional and take initiatives. You are expected to work, integrate, and also contribute. Essentially, you are building your life from scratch. Another question people ask is, can Ausbildung lead to PR? That's your permanent residence. And the answer is yes. Ausbildung can lead to your permanent residency, but it's not automatic because immediately after your Ausbildung, you need to find a job. And once you're employed, your status is going to move to having a work residence permit. With the latest and current immigration rules, you can apply for your permanent residency after about 2 years of working within your qualified job or working in your qualified job. In summary, everything depends on one thing, which is you getting a job. Now, based on my research, this is why people still choose Ausbildung, even with these hidden truths. Despite everything I've said, Ausbildung is still a very powerful pathway to coming to Germany. Because Germany still has a real skilled worker shortage, Ausbildung in itself gives you local experience and recognized qualifications. After completing your Ausbildung process, your salary can typically increase to about 2,500 euros to about 3,500 euros per month, depending on the area that you're working in, the industry you're working in. So at this point, you're no longer trying to enter into the system. You're already established, you're already within the system, and you don't need to start from scratch again. So in conclusion, when people say Ausbildung is the easiest way to move to Germany, here's the truth. It's affordable, but not comfortable. It is accessible, easily accessible, but it's not easy. It is an opportunity, but only if you're very well prepared. So before you decide on starting Ausbildung, you need to ask yourself some honest questions. Am I ready to live on a tight budget for a couple of years? Am I ready to work and study at the same time? Am I ready to completely adapt to a new system? If your answer is yes, then you're good to go. Because Ausbildung is not just a program, it's a commitment. And if you're fully ready for it, it can completely change the trajectory of your life. So tell me, are you ready to get started with your Ausbildung process? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching my video again. And please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao!